octopus is a soft-bodied, eight-limbed mollusk of the order Octopoda. The order consists of some 300 species and is grouped within the class Cephalopoda with squids, cuttlefish, and nautiloids. Like other cephalopods, an octopus is bilaterally symmetric with two eyes and a beak mouth at the center point of the 8 limbs. The soft body can radically alter its shape, enabling octopuses to squeeze through small gaps. They trail their 8 appendages behind them as they swim. The siphon is used both for respiration and for locomotion by expelling a jet of water. Octopuses have a complex nervous system, an excellent sight, and are among the most intelligent and behaviorally diverse of all invertebrates. Octopuses inhabit various regions of the ocean, including coral reefs, pelagic waters, and the seabed. Some live in the intertidal zone, and others at abyssal depths. Most species grow quickly, mature early, and are short-lived. In most species, the male uses a specially adapted arm to deliver a bundle of sperm directed into the female's mantle cavity. After which, he becomes senescent and dies, while the female deposits fertilized eggs in a den and cares for them until they hatch, after which she also dies. Strategies to defend themselves against predators include the expulsion of ink, the use of camouflage and threat displays, the ability to jet quickly through the water and hide, and even deceit. All octopuses are venomous, but only the blue-ringed octopuses are known to be deadly to humans. Octopuses appear in mythology as sea monsters like the Kraken of Norway and the Akoro Kamwe of the Anu, and probably the Gorgon of ancient Greece. A battle with an octopus appears in Victor Hugo's book Toilers of the Sea, inspiring other works such as Ian Fleming's Octopussy. Octopuses appear in Japanese erotic art, shanga. They're eaten and considered a delicacy by humans in many parts of the world, especially the Mediterranean and Asian seas. Etymology and pluralization. The scientific Latin term octopus was derived from ancient Greek octopus. I'm not sure how they say it actually. A compound form of OKTW. itself a variant of, I can't read these, sorry, a word used, for example, by Alexander Trellis. Maybe I'll skip through this here. One sec, I'll go to, there's a lot of words I can't read, so, anatomy and physiology. The giant Pacific octopus, Enteroctopus dofleni, is often cited as the world's largest known octopus species. Adults usually weigh around 15 kilograms, 33 pounds, with an arm span of up to 4.3 meters, 14 feet. The largest specimen of this species is to be scientifically documented was an animal with a live mass of 71 kilograms, 157 pounds. Much larger sizes have been claimed for the giant Pacific octopus. One specimen was recorded as 272 kilograms, 600 pounds, with an arm span of 9 meters, 30 feet. Wow, that's big. A carcass of the 7-arm octopus, Halifron atlanticus, weighed 61 kilograms, 134 pounds, and was estimated to have had a live mass of 75 kilograms, 165 pounds. The smallest species is Octopus wolfi, which is around 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch, and weighs less than 1 gram. External characteristics. The octopus is bilaterally symmetrical. Along its dorsal-ventral back-to-belly axis, the head and foot are at one end of an elongated body and function as the anterior front of the animal. The head includes the mouth and brain. The foot has evolved into a set of flexible prehensile appendages known as arms that surround the mouth and are attached to each other near their base by a web structure. The arms can be described based on side and sequence position, such as L1, R1, L2, R2, and divided into 4 pairs. The 2 rear appendages are generally used to walk on the seafloor, while the other 6 are used to forage for food. The bulbous and hollow mantle is fused to the back of the head and is known as the visceral hump. It contains most of the vital organs. The mantle cavity has muscular walls and contains the gills. It is connected to the exterior by a funnel or siphon. The mouth of an octopus, located underneath the arms, has a sharp hard beak. The skin consists of a thin outer epidermis with mucous cells and sensory cells, and a connective tissue dermis consisting largely of collagen fibers and various cells, allowing color change. Most of the body is made of soft tissue, allowing it to lengthen, contract, and contort itself. The octopus can squeeze through tiny gaps. Even the larger species can pass through an opening close to 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch in diameter. Wow. Lacking skeletal support, the arms work as muscular hydrostats and contain longitudinal, transverse, and circular muscles around a central axial nerve. They can extend and contract, twist left or right, bend at any place in any direction, or be held rigid. The interior surfaces of the arms are covered with circular adhesive suckers. The suckers allow the octopus to anchor itself or to manipulate objects. Each sucker is usually circular and bowl-like and has two distinct parts: an outer shallow cavity called an infundibulum and a central hollow cavity called an acetabulum, both of which are thick muscles covered in protective chitinous cuticle. When a sucker attaches to a surface, the orifice between the two structures is sealed. The infundibulum provides adhesion, while the acetabulum remains free. And muscle contractions allow for attachment and detachment. Each of the 8 arms senses and responds to light, allowing the octopus to control the limbs, even if its head is obscured. The eyes of the octopus are large and at the top of the head. They are similar in structure to those of a fish and are enclosed in a cartilaginous capsule fused to the cranium. The cornea is formed from a translucent epidermal layer. The slit-shaped pupil forms a hole in the iris just behind the cornea. The lens is suspended behind the pupil. Photoreceptive retinal cells cover the back of the eye. Excuse me, I'm going to get another candy. The pupil can be adjusted in size. A retinal pigment screens incident light in bright conditions. Some species differ in form from the typical octopus body shape. Basal species, the Sirena, have stout gelatinous bodies with webbing that reaches near the tip of their arms and 2 large fins above the eyes, supported by an internal shell. Fleshy papillae or cirri are found along the bottom of the arms, and the eyes are more developed. system. Octopuses have a closed circulatory system in which the blood remains inside blood vessels. Octopuses have 3 hearts. Oh, I didn't know that. A systemic or main heart that circulates blood around the body, and 2 branchial or gill hearts that pump it through each of the 2 gills. The systemic heart is inactive when the animal is swimming, and thus it totters quickly and prefers to crawl. Octopus blood contains the copper-rich protein hemocyanin to transport oxygen. This makes the blood very viscous, as it requires considerable pressure to pump it around the body. Octopus's blood pressure can exceed 75 mmHg, 10 kPa, in cold conditions with low oxygen levels. Hemocyanin transport oxygen more efficiently than hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, I think it's hemoglobin, is dissolved in the plasma instead of being carried within blood cells and gives the blood a bluish color. Excuse me. The systemic heart has muscular contractile walls and consists of a single ventricle and 2 atria, 1 for each side of the body. The blood vessels consist of arteries, capillaries, and veins, and are aligned with a cellular endothelium, which is quite unlike that of most other invertebrates. The blood circulates through the aorta and capillary system to the vena cava, after which the blood is pumped through the gills by the branchial hearts and back to the main heart. Much of the venous system is contractile, which helps circulate the blood. Respiration involves drawing water into the mantle cavity through an aperture, passing it through the gills, and expelling it through the siphon. The ingress of water is achieved by contraction of radial muscles in the mantle wall and flapper valves shut. When strong circular muscles force the water out through the siphon. Extensive connective tissue lattices support the respiratory muscles and allow them to expand the respiratory chamber. The lamella structure of the gills allows for a high oxygen uptake, up to 65% in water at 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Water flow over the gills correlates with locomotion, and an octopus can propel his body when it expels water out of its siphon. The thin skin of the octopus absorbs additional oxygen. When resting, around 4 41% of an octopus's oxygen absorption is through the skin. I didn't know that. This decreases to 33% when it swims, as more water flows over the gills. Skin oxygen uptake also increases. When it's resting after a meal, absorption through the skin can drop to 3% of its total oxygen uptake.